Ari, U.S. universities have in many ways created a sort of draconian social enforcement system over the years that really any expression of racial intent, racial point of view or racial intent, gets students in deep hot water. I'm assuming Canada's universities have built a similar system, and that, unfortunately, like the U.S. here, it doesn't seem to be applying to Jewish students.
Yeah, that is the sort of the million-dollar question lingering over all these types of situations. And I asked these students and I asked them what they thought about it, and they felt that if they in Canada, it's more more of a pressing issue if you're Indigenous. That's a very big topic, similar, I'd say, to African American, Black Americans. And I asked them like, what would happen if you guys were Indigenous and were experiencing this type of a harassment and threats of violence? And they said like 100%. There would have been such a quick response to it. And I think. Unfortunately, the clear message which these students have experienced and which they spoke about on the record is basically that Jewish Canadians are really not a priority in terms of the hierarchy of oppressed people or marginalized people in Canada. They don't really care how they feel or how they're treated. And no one really wants to advocate for them. And so they're sort of stuck in this weird limbo where like the students union will fund activists who are critical of them, but they don't really get any funding, any access to campus spaces. Professors sort of are afraid to speak on a limb. Like I just got an email after this article came out about a professor who doesn't want to go on the record, but he said that the experience that they're having among academics is even worse, and that people have resigned from their jobs as a result of what's going on specifically on this campus. And it's just like I think one of them said, I'm not sure if I included it in the story, but if you had taken out the word Jewish and put the word black amongst
Yes, it
what
was in
they
the
were
story. It was
writing,
in the story. Yeah.
and it's like sometimes we're so tone deaf or desensitized to, I think, how people speak about Jews or Israel and stuff like that, where he's right. Like if I would ever have thought about a classmate saying something like what's going on in the US right now with Barstool Sports, where the guy said F the Jews. If someone said F the blacks, like that would be you would have been gone off campus so quickly and your life would have been destroyed so quickly. But like people can put Hamas triangles over Jewish students' heads on campus today, and like they're sort of still have campus standing. They get campus funding, stuff like that. It's